up, and welcome back to another YouTube video. And today Hot Toys Collectible popped off and released so many tease images for their new releases. So we're going to take a look at this in sections. We're going to take a look at the Spider-Man ones first. So we do have a new statue of the Lizard, who is breaking out of the rubble on the Statue of Liberty. This is a statue. This is not posable. You have got him stuck in this one position, and he's only the top part of his body. You do not have his legs or his tail. It is just his waist upwards, and he is here, stretched out, trying to grab Spider-Man. He's got electric around him, also from that fight, and there has been an Electro figure made by Hot Toys Collectibles, but they haven't done a lizard figure. This is the closest we've got to a lizard figure, which is a lizard statue, and it is also marketing towards the Andrew Garfield figure, which has also been made for this film, and I'm not sure if it also comes with the lizard, or if you buy them separately. I don't know. I would have preferred a lizard figure than a lizard statue. This is the only statue on the video here, but I would have definitely preferred a figure, because here is Spider-Man doing so many different poses around the lizard. It would have just been nice to pose the lizard just a little bit, although I know he is a bigger, bulkier character than some of the other heroes, and he's less human-like, so it would be hard to make a figure on him, but I still would have liked him to have some form of posability, even if it was just to move the arms around a little bit. Just add a little bit of posability, please. But it is just a lot of rubble around his waist to sort of mask the fact that he's bursting through the ground. But here is the Andrew Garfield figure. He is wearing the Spider-Man suit over his joints, so it's harder to see his joints, and it does sort of wrinkle the suit around him, which I also like. That is the amount of detail they put into this. You can swap out his hands and swap out his head. That's why the suit sort of cuts off at the wrist and around the neck. But just look at this figure. It is so detailed. You can attach webs. The figure is just so cool. It's detailed. I don't know, the spider suits and the other suits with the sort of fabric around the joints, so you can still move the figure, but the clothes don't move with it, so it sort of like stretches around, and you can pose them so well. Hot Toys Collectibles, they're so expensive, but they're so good. They're like £300 per figure, and I haven't got any, and I'm not going to get any, because I can't justify £300 on one figure, even if it is a character I like Rocket or Miles. But yeah, they do a really good job at the head sculpting as well on the characters. They even get the actors detailing down to their paws and like their little freckles and stuff. They're just so good at the details. Spider-Man does also come with a canister that turns Lizard back into a human, so it's like a little accessory he has. To be fair, I'm surprised they haven't done an Andrew Garfield one before this. They didn't do one, it is quite late after the movie that they brought this out, but Lego's doing the same thing. But moving on to Spider-Man 2, we've already looked at the first two Spider-Man 2 figures, which is the Miles and the Peter, but now we have a symbiote suit for Spider-Man, and it's like a latex, it's like a thick black plastic that they put around the figure and around the joints. You can swap out the head. He's got black webs. He looks really cool. He looks really silky and greasy, and I like that. They've made him look like Venom. I like the clouding around the eyes as well, and how it looks sort of like an armor instead of just like a goo around him. It's like a greasy looking armor. He's got the sort of metal arms as well, but it's got the Venom wrapping around it, so it is showing that he's still in control of the suit. He's got like crazy Venom spines around as well, and honestly, he has the black web wings as well, which Miles has and Peter has, so it's just a really cool suit, and I like it. Just look at that detailing on the head and the clouded, sort of foggy eyes. Oh, this game is going to be good. There is so much shit that this reveals. It's a better close-up look at the suit compared to what the game has to show. And there is also an alternate head, which looks like Venom is eating Spider-Man alive. And I really like that. But moving on to the next one, which is the Star Wars section. And it is the 501st sort of troopers. We have two 501st troopers. and this speeder bike. The armor on the 501st looks really cool. When I first saw these pictures, I thought there's one of like this picture here, like this one right here, it looks like someone dressed up. I thought it was a cosplay of the 501st when I first saw this image instead of actual figures, because the detailing on here is amazing. I know I keep going back to the detailing, but it is amazing. They have movable joints at the shoulder, at the elbow, at the wrist, at the knee, at the hip, at the head, at the feet. It's like a normal action figure, but they're a lot bigger than normal action figures, and they're a lot more expensive because of the amount of detailing and the sort of like posability that they have. They come with stands, they come with ships, they come with accessories. It is just a really cool figure, and they're a really cool brand. Also, they have limited pieces too. I do believe each figure is limited to like 3,000 or 4,000 figures of that kind. So there's going to be like only 4,000 Spider-Man, only 4,000 Lizards. They don't make very many because they're expensive. They don't want to produce millions like Funko Pops do, and put them into landfill because it will make them less valuable. And not many people buy these toys because of the fact of how expensive they are. It's many like people only have one or two in the collection. Because of the £300 price mark, but you do look at some collections and they have all of them, and it's like, holy shit, if your house burns down, that is so much money gone. But yeah, it does also come with miniguns, a side sort of seat, so it's like a two-seater bike, so you can put both figures in there, but that is like £600 for both of these, and you can see how it has like a little connector, so you can move the second car seat around to your liking and sort of position it how you ever want. You can have them shaking hands here like, oh, that was some good driving, oh yes it was, thank you sir. And they do have a little satchel which looks like it's from Indiana Jones, because they're carrying something valuable, but just it is from the Clone Wars TV show, so I think they did a real good job turning it into like live action real, because I don't think we have had like a live action 501st since all the way back to episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars. I believe they were only in 2 or 3, I don't really remember. I haven't seen Star Wars in ages, but it is very much detailed. And here is some pictures of the sort of figures out in the real world. Outside, not just with a green screen background, they're outside and enjoying life in the sun on the rocks. We even have an Ahsoka trooper here. So that just shows the amount of different sort of troopers there is. There's like 5 or 6 different troopers here, which you can pick and choose between which ones you want to use, and it's just wonderful. Moving on to Anakin Skywalker, this figure has won an award for the best hair mold, best hair sculpting, because fucking look, it looks like real hair. I thought it was like a cosplay or like a actual photo of him, but this is a figure. This is a Hot Toy collectible figure. I'm not sure if it's like a Barbie doll with real hair that's attached to this head, or if it's like plastic sculpting. I have no idea, but it looks like real hair, and it's the best hair that they've done in a while. You saw how Andrew's hair looked a couple of pictures back, but holy shit, look, it looks like him. And he does come with 2 lightsabers, he does come with a cloak, just as alternate accessories, different ways to pose him, different ways to have him set up. And I don't know how flimsy that hair is. I don't know how easy it is to mess up that hair, if it's plastic, if it's fabric, or what. It looks like real hair. And there is no wonder why this figure has won so many awards. And it isn't even out yet. It's coming out like later on this year, and it is sort of pinned on their account. But we also have these, which is a Kamen Rider Shadow Moon. I don't know what these are from, but I think their suits are... I don't know what these are from, but there is a bike, and there is 2 versions of them. There is a silver one and a black one, but it's a black and red one and then a silver and green one. I don't know what these are from. I don't know what these are, but I saw them on their account, and I saw them, like, new. I did get all this information from Hot Toys on Instagram, and they can get all the information out faster than I can, but that is because it's their account. But these figures are really detailed, and they're like bug creatures. I don't know what they're from. I think they're really cool. They look like demons and like monsters from a game, like a Halo or something. But just look at these guys. There is so much detail in here. I do believe some of the parts have lights in them, so you can like sort of flip a switch on their back and make them glow. They come with swords. They come with a bike. It's like a showdown duel set, so I do believe you get 2 figures in this, and you also get a weird gem, which I do believe is important to their storyline, important to them as characters. But holy shit, Hot Toys Collectibles popped off recently with the amount of new figures that they show off and release. It is just wild. And I'm not going to get any of these. I do want to point that out right now. I'm not going to get any of these. I want them, but I'm not going to get them due to their price point, and I can't justify it. So, just I'll let you look at these and absolutely admire them, because all these are out now. They are available to pre-order, order online. Just go to hottoyscollectible.com, because I don't believe they sell in any other shops. I do believe they sell on their own online shop. I haven't seen them in any shops, except Traveling Man. I have walked past Traveling Man a few times and seen a couple of Spider-Man and Iron Man in there, sort of in boxes. The boxes are pretty big. They're like the size of a microwave, if not bigger. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have. They're good display pieces. It'd be nice to have around the room, on shelves, on your gaming room, and on your gaming setup, if you had like a PS5 for the Spider-Man ones. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. See you all on the next one. Have a nice day, and goodbye. And don't worry, I'm not going to be gone for too long, because there is more news on the way. Alright, bye-bye.